case of carriers. It's 2 out of 3. And only 1 out of 3 it would be normal.
Not normal.
And 2 out of 3 will be a carrier.
No, this is affected. Is this affected?
Yes, 2 out of 3 are affected.
2 out of 3 are affected.
No, this is dominant.
No, we are talking about recess. The chance of being, the chance of a healthy, the chance of a healthy, the chance of a healthy seed being a carrier is 25. No, she said 75, but that her answer is correct. But she made a mistake, and then by mistake she got the right answer.
So Ustad, if we put the 25 because 75 would go. Yeah,
Is 2 out of 3 or 75%. Why?
Because only 25% will be having the problem. And the rest of them
We have a healthy seed, okay? A healthy seed, not affected seed, okay? When the parents are obligatory carrier, because they have an affected child, the parents are obligatory carrier. The seed is healthy, okay? So there are 4 conditions, okay? The first one is for the children of obligatory carrier parents, there are 4 conditions, right? The first one is to be affected. The second one is to be normal homozygote. The 2 other actually parts are being a carrier. Healthy carrier, right? Healthy, and affected. This seed is healthy. He or she is not affected, so we do not have this condition. Okay, we just have 3 situations, which is normal homozygote or heterozygote. So 2 out of 3 conditions that is a chance that this healthy seed is a carrier. Because the affected condition, we not consider that one. Seed is healthy, okay? It's not affected. So we just have 3 conditions. 2 being a carrier, 1 normal. So 2 out of 3 to be a carrier. If you use this prior and joint and conditional probability, also you find out the same 2 out of 3. So obligatory carrier, as we said, the parents and children of an affected individual are obligatory carrier. And each step further, the chance will be decreased by 50%. For example, for this individual, the chance is 1 out of 2. The chance is reduced by 1 out of 2. 1 step further is obligatory carrier. 1 step further, the chance is 1 out of 2. And 1 step further, this individual is 1 out of 2. 1 step further is 1 out of 4. The chance of being the carrier. And the siblings of the affected individual, the chance of being carrier is 2 out of 3, right? And for an individual which is not related to the family, the risk of being a carrier is population risk. Carrier frequency on that population if we have. And also the children of an affected individual, they are obligatory. So to calculate the risk, in a population, risk of being a carrier, we need to know about these 3 or more steps. Okay? We use Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. You know about it? Okay, in this equilibrium, the P is the frequency of common allele in that population, or healthy allele. Q is the frequency of the rare allele, or disease in that population. Q to the power of 2 is abnormal homozygote or disease frequency in that population. And P to the power of 2 is normal homozygote. Usually P plus Q must be 1 in population. The frequency of common allele plus the frequency of disease allele is 1, and then to the power of 2 for each part of this equilibrium. P to the power of 2 plus Q to the power of 2 plus 2PQ is 1. 2PQ actually is the frequency of heterozygote or carrier frequency on that population. Okay, but we usually consider P frequency of common allele in each population. We consider it because it's most common allele on in that population is carrier, is healthy allele. So this is considered as close to 1. Therefore, the frequency of heterozygote in a population is actually 2 Q. Okay, P is almost small, and then is 2Q. Now we are going to have some example. The population carrier frequency for an autosomal recessive disorder is 1 out of 22. Okay, the condition is recessive. What's the chance of having an affected child if we do not have any family history? Okay, we don't have any family history. The condition is recessive. 1. If the carrier frequency is 1 out of 22.
You multiply the chance of the mother and the father times 1 out of 4.
Yeah. 1 out of 22 multiplied by 1 out of 22. The chance of this individual to be carrier, the chance of this individual to be a carrier, the chance of both of them to be a carrier, multiplication of each event, then multiplied by 1 out of 4, which is if the parents are carrier, the chance of having an affected child is 1 out of 4. So the risk of having an affected child, if the carrier frequency of a disease in a population is 1 out of 22, is 1 out of 22 multiplied by 1 out of 22 multiplied by 1 out of 4, which is 1 out of 19.
1 out of 4 is the chance of the mother or the father?
No, it's a recessive condition that they will give it to
It's
the
a
child.
recessive condition. Okay? If the parents are carrier for a recessive condition, the chance of having an affected child is 1 out of 4. Yeah. 25%. If we have a family history, okay, the previous slide was without a family history, but in this family we have a family history. The risk of having an affected child for this individual, if the carrier frequency and the population is 1 out of 20, okay, the carrier frequency for this disease in this population is 1 out of 20. The chance of this individual to be carrier is 2 out of 3 because she is the seed of an affected individual. So 2 out of 3, the chance of this individual to be carrier. 1 out of 2, the carrier frequency in that population multiplied by 1 out of 4 is 1 out of 2.
Professor, population frequency. Population frequency is a fixed.
No.
How can we get it?
We need to have this information. We need to have this information that the carrier frequency, for example, in Iran is 1 out of, even in Iran, for example, in north of Iran, the carrier frequency of some disorder is more than the other part of it. Or in some country, maybe the carrier frequency in each population, in each ethnic maybe is different. Okay? We need to have this information. So 2 out of 3 multiplied by 1 out of 20 multiplied by 1 out of 4. If the disease is rare or the carrier frequency is rare in a population, of course the chance of having an affected child will be reduced. Okay? In this population, the carrier frequency is 1 out of 60. So 2 out of 3 multiplied by 1 out of 60 multiplied by 1 out of 4 is 1 out of 36. The important thing in autosomal recessive disorder is consanguinity, marriage between blood relatives. Okay, the consanguinity, even without any family history or of any disease, just consanguinity will increase the chance of having an affected child by 3 to 5%. Okay, without any family history. Both have healthy family members, but the chance of having an autosomal recessive will be 3 to 5%. The closer the degree of relationship, the chance of having an affected will be increased. So in this pedigree, we have consanguinity. The chance of this individual to be a carrier is, what is?
What did you say, Professor?
The chance of this individual to be a carrier. $25%.
2/3?
He is obligatory carrier, right?
Yeah.
Each step further, the chance will be reduced by 50%. Okay? The chance of this individual to be carrier is 50%. This is obligatory carrier, right?
Yeah.
Each step further, the chance will be reduced by 50%. So the chance of these two individuals to be a carrier is 50% for each one. Okay? So this company,
They are siblings, why 50%?
yeah,
Why 50%?
they are not siblings.
Why? So they're from the
No.
same parent.
She means that each
Yes.
is
So this is her parents are this one and this one, and his parents are this one and this one.
I don't know, but
Yeah, siblings, right?
She means that
The
each side of each
siblings
family.
of the siblings of affected, not the siblings of carrier. The chance of the siblings of each affected to be a carrier is 2 out of 3, not the chance of carrier. The chance of siblings of obligatory carrier is not 2 out of 3. For example, for this one, the chance of being a carrier is 2 out of 3. Because she has affected. No, because she has affected brother. Okay. Not regardless of they are obligatory carrier. But if we want to calculate the easy way, we just can say, okay, SIP of an affected individual, the chance of being a carrier for the SIP of an affected individual is 2 out of 3.
ليش تو over 3؟ لأنه أنت شلت الأفكار.
I didn't understand what did you say.
I said,
Okay.
I said, why is it 2/3? Because we removed the probability of being affected because it's
So the chance of this two individuals having an affected child if they marry each other is 1 out of 2. multiply 1 out of 2 multiply by 1 out of 4, which is 1 out of 16. Is 1 out of 16. You know, for the previous slide, there was not consanguinity. Okay? But for this slide, there is consanguinity. The chance is 1 out of 60. But for the previous slide, the chance of having an affected child was 1 out of 360. You see how the chance will be increased if there is consanguinity. So we are going to have some example question. What is the pattern of inheritance in this pedigree? Autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, X-linked, or unknown?
Not
Autosomal
dominant.
recessive.
Not
Why not?
Not dominant because the second generation doesn't have autism. It's not dominant because the second generation is healthy.
Yes.
So it's denies that being dominant.
It's not the reason.
It's not dominant because the parents are healthy.
Professor.
You can say
It's the second generation healthy and
Okay, but
ما هي بالظبط
the
it
parents,
must be recessive because the parents are healthy. They were happy.
parents of affected individuals are healthy.
So it's recessive.
Okay? Not because this generation, because the parents of affected individuals are healthy. In autosomal dominant, affected individuals usually have affected parents. There are two exceptions. What was them? Penetrance and new mutation. So this is autosomal recessive. Okay. What is the risk of having an affected child if individual 3-1 marries with 3-4?
What?
3, 4,
25%.
3, 2, and 3, 3.
3-1
before المريض
3-1 marries with 3-4. What's the chance of having an affected child?
1 over 24.
1 out of 24.
Is it 1 over 2 times 1 over 4
What?
1 over 2 times 1 over 4 to 1 over 8?
You need to explain how did you
Because the
calculate.
mother, it's the child is 1 over 2, she's a carrier.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. She's a carrier, obligated carrier.
Yes.
Okay.
Both are obligatory carriers.
No.
لأنه
The parents
Autosomal
are
كيف هو
obligated.
Autosomal recessive يعني إجباري أخذ من
Professor,
الاثنين.
that is 1 over 2
They don't
ال 2 4 وال 2 5 بيعملوا كارير لأنه الولاد
led by carrier.
ها؟
Led by carrier.
لأنه هيدي اوتوزومال ريسيسيف مش اكس لينك، انت عم تفكري بالاكس لينك. هي اوتوزومال يعني عنده 2 كوبيز بياخذها من البيرنتس.
يكون كل الأولاد كل شو اسمه
كل الشباب بس.
كل الشباب
اوتوزومال ريسيسيف.
هو أكيد
من
لازم
1
2 5 أكيد عنده الجين
2 4 is
One.
2 4 is obligatory carrier. ما انت
أنا دي 1 over 4 لأنه بس
Professor, 1 over 4.
1 over اما هي نسبة
The father of
لحظة الفاضل بتدور
هي يوم اوفر 8 يوم اوفر
4
لانه
بس الفاضل بس
أرجع فيها 16.
we don't have any one married with 3-4.
اثنين جينز واحد من الجينز اكيد اكيد حامل
ولا ترجع تضربها واحد على ولا ترجع تضربها واحد على الارض.
انا واحد على 4 مش فاهم بس
واحد على الارض على اساس الولد قديش شكله يكون affected فهو
This is
واحد من فوق
is one.
Professor, 1 over 2, 1 over 4.
not one of the
Professor, 1 over 2.
no
Why
no
one?
it's not one of the
Multiply by 1.
So this individual is
Professor, 1 over 2.
mutated gene.
Why? Because
Not
the mother
one,
is a
we don't have 1 over 4.
you didn't
One of the-
multiply by 1 over 4
I did.
This
by 1
one,
over 4
he will transmit the mutation
The mother
and
The
then
one is 1 over 2.
100%.
why 1 over 2
Because she is
Because she is,
One over 8, yeah.
he has two
The father-
affected,
not affected
two mutated
3-1
alleles.
is not affected 3-1
3-1 is not affected, 3-4 is affected.
it's not her brother or anything
She has sibling, congenital
not
sibling.
sibling
Congenitally the sibling.
One of the first comes
One of the first
it's not 1 over 2 not 1 over 4 it's either 1 over 8 or 1 over 2 it's not 1 over 2 and not 1 over 4
Ostad, 1
it's 1
over 2.
over 24
Why? How did you calculate?
taking the possibility that 2-4 is an obligatory carrier
2,
Yes.
4 is obligated.
obligatory carrier seeing her sibling 2-1
2, 1.
which has 3-1 as a daughter and since the father 3-4 is affected homozygous
So you were saying that the chance of this individual to be carrier is
1 over 4.
is 1 over
this is obligatory carrier, right?
yes
And what about this one?
1 over 2.
1 over 4. 1 over
1 over 2.
If the father, the chance is 1 over 2.
يصير 1 over
المحاضرة
بس توصل ل 1 over
المحاضرة احنا داخلين بقى لأنه
If the mother,
مربع
لا 1 over 2.
After that,
so 3-1 is
how?
Because if we take 3 generation P1, she has a 1 over 2.
3, 1,
Yeah.
1 over 2.
1 over 2
How?
Because she is what is the name?
Consanguine.
Consanguine.
Consanguine of who?
2, 3 over 3, 4.
3, 4, no. The siblings. They are consanguine.
They are consanguine.
What is not because of
They are
the
not siblings.
consanguinity, you cannot say 1 out of 2. Because just because of the consanguinity.
Okay, let's agree on the second half of the equation that the father will give us 1 as probability
Yes.
and we will have 1 over 4 for the child.
احنا مش حطينا مع 3 1 شو البروبابيلتي ل 3 1؟
لا لا مش 1 over 4 ده الشايب مش 1 over 4 لأنه في عنده بارنت افكتد
شو البروبابيلتي اليوم؟
هاف
مستحيل كيف هذا؟
Okay. Nobody can explain.
Professor, we can.
Can anybody explain how to calculate? Okay. Let me.
يكون واحد على واحد على بدل واحد على 4 16 واحد على 16
What is 1 over 4? Get 3, 1 is 1 over
3, 1 is 1 over
4.
how did you find it?
because its parents are half because the parents are 1 over 4
Which parent?
1 1
Second generation, 1.
Second generation, 1.
They are siblings.
2, 1.
Yeah, they are siblings. The sibling of that. When she is second generation,
The sibling of
the sibling of 1.
1 over 2 is individual
Yes,
to the carrier.
yes. So when it comes down to its siblings, it should become to make 5%. So it's children, I mean.
Offspring.
Yeah, مش a third generation.
Third generation.
So that
Which individual in third generation?
yeah, third.
Three.
1.
Three bars.
Yeah. So 3-1 will be 25%.
Only five.
No, you are wrong by 50. I don't know, calculation is stopping in my head again. Yeah, now Professor, yeah, this one will be 75. Yeah, this one is 75. 10th generation, 3-1.
The only answer that he said 25% and is correct is this answer.
Okay, so before I get right,
But the method is not correct.
but Professor,
The answer is 25%, but the value you have to explain. Okay, let me explain.
anyways, just
This individual 3-1 is affected. 3-4 is affected. Okay, so it means by 100% he will transmit the mutated allele to his offspring. Okay, so please. So this individual is affected. The parents of an affected individual are obligatory carrier. This one is carrier. Okay. One step further, the chance of being a carrier will be reduced by 50%. Okay. So there is a chance of 1 out of 2 that this individual to be a carrier. To transmit, if this individual is a carrier, to transmit the mutated allele to 3-1 is 1 out of 2. Okay? 1 out of 2 multiplied by 1 out of 2 is multiplied by 1 out of 4. The chance of this individual to be carrier is 1 out of 4.
25%.
Yes.
That makes it 25%.
Okay. The chance of this individual to be carrier is 1 out of 4. The chance of transmitting the mutated allele to her offspring is 1 out of 2 if she is a carrier. So 1 out of 4 multiplied by 1 out of 2 is 1 out of 8. This affected will 100% transmit the mutated allele. So the chance of having an affected individual is 1 out of
What between one? What is the chance to one is the chance? What is the chance?
this individual
Yes, I know.
the chance to be brothers and sisters of one is the father.
It's always one of the two.
One over. This individual is affected.
So yes, over 1 over 2.
Is affected. Okay? His parents are obligatory carrier. Okay? 100% this individual is a carrier and 100% this individual is a carrier. Each step further of an obligatory carrier, the chance of being a carrier is reduced by 50%. Okay, the chance of this individual to be carrier is
1 over
50%.
1 over 2.
1 over 2.
Okay.
Okay. The chance of transmitting the mutated allele to this
1
individual
over
is
4.
1 out of 2 also. 2. Transmitting. Okay. So the chance of this individual to be carrier is 1 out of 2 multiplied by 1 out of 2,
8.
which is 1 out of 4.
Yes,
Okay.
4.
Then the chance of transmitting to an offspring is 1 out of 2 also. 1 out of 2 multiplied by 1 out of 2 multiplied by 1 out of 2 is 1 out of 8.
Why didn't we multiply by 1 over 4?
What?
Why didn't we multiply by 1 over 4?
Because the chance of this individual to be a carrier is 1 out of 2. If this individual is a carrier, the chance of transmitting the mutated allele to this individual is 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2 events happen at the same time. 1 out of 2 multiplied by 1 out of 2. The chance of this individual to be carrier is 1 out of 2. And the last question, what is the risk of what is the risk for couple 2, 3, 2 3, 2 and 3, 3 of having an affected child.
1 over 4.
What is the rate of couple 3, 2?
3, 2, 3, 2 and 3, 3 of having an affected child.
3, 2 and 3, 2.
The risk of 3 2 is 1 over 3. The risk, oh, sorry, it's 1 over 4.
1 over 4.
3 2. 3 2. Because we said that 2 1
3, 2 is 1 out of 4.
Yes, because we said before that 2
Yeah.
1 is half and and the 3 will be half.
3, 3.
Ustad is 1.5.
ايوه ضربة
How did you calculate?
We just calculated now.
How?
Ustad, the
Just
explanation is so
explain.
difficult if we are going to explain it.
You need to explain.
We say the model, if 3, 2 remain the same like the other one.
3, 2. What's the chance of
25% transfer to the offspring.
25%?
5% transfer to the offspring. The chance and the percentage.
The chance of being a carrier.
The chance of being a carrier
For 3, 2, just correct your sentence. Okay? The chance of being a carrier for 3, 2 is 1 out of 4.
1 over 4, yes.
Okay.
So, and then 3,
3, 3. The chance of being a carrier is
50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not correct, but okay.
Yes? What? What did he say?
I want to know how do we get 1 out of 24?
Professor, if this 3, 3 is sibling, is 100% carrier.
100% carrier.
Yeah.
Who said siblings are 100% carrier?
No, I said his sibling is 100% carrier.
Who said this sentence? Did I say the siblings are 100% carrier?
Professor, look at it. 3, 4 is 100%
Just calculate. The chance of
No, 3, 3, it's 2 out of 3.
Okay, 2 out of 3.
Okay, and 3, 2, it's 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
And then 1
He
out of 4.
transferred, then they transferred it to the sibling. To this offspring.
Transferring is also 1 out of 4. So it's
Right.
no, because it doesn't transfer 1 out of 4. How
The chance of each individual is carrier 1 out of 4. The chance of
Okay.
1 over 3.
2 out of
Sorry, over 3. And the transfer 2 over 3. And the transfer to the child 1 over 4. So it's 1 over 24.
Professor.
Now we find out, but previously you didn't explain how. Right? The
I
way,
was doing
you didn't say this amount of 2 over 3, 1 over 4.
Because we know it's normal. Because we know it's
Normal.
But we can